Today I'm going to take you through a 30-minute strength and power dumbbell workout. You can do this as a follow along with me. I'm going to use 2 pairs of dumbbells, one heavier 17.5 kilo, that's about 38 pounds per dumbbell, and one lighter pair of 12.5 kilos, that's going to be about 28 pounds per dumbbell. But just scale it to what's right for you and make the most of what equipment you've got. We're going to start off with a brief warm-up using that lighter pair of dumbbells, then we're going to move into the main strength and power sections. Let's get started. So we've got 4 exercises in the warm-up. I'm going to take this lighter pair of dumbbells. We're going to start things off with a dumbbell push press. So it's a shoulder press, but you're going to allow a little bit of a push with the legs to make it a little bit easier just while we're getting warmed up. So bend the knees, a little drive up and overhead. Lock out. Flatten the back out, tuck the glutes away, tuck the ribs down. We're going to transition this straight into a goblet squat. So we'll take 1 dumbbell and start squatting with no transition time. We'll just run this warm up, one exercise straight till the other. Taking 1, squatting down, slight turn out with the feet. Slight turn out with the knees, nice upright torso position. Don't let the tailbone collapse underneath at the bottom. We're going to link this straight into some Romanian deadlifts. We've got 2 rounds of these 4 exercises. So pick your other dumbbell up. Going to hinge at the hip. Scoot forwards, hinge at the hip, scooting forwards, feeling those hamstrings stretching. Starting to warm up a bit now. Keep the dumbbells really close to your body, almost running them down the sides of your legs. That takes the pressure off your lower back and it maximizes your hamstrings. Okay, onto the floor now. Arms out to the side, going wipers. Don't worry if you're a little behind. We've got 2 rounds, so we'll get it second time round. So you've got 90-degree angle at your legs. Don't drop all the way to the floor. Control the lowering of the legs. I'm gonna go straight back into that push press in a few seconds. All right, straight to the feet. Pick those dumbbells up. Allow a little assistance of the legs to make it a bit easier for this warm-up. So we're just doing these exercises for the second time through, and then we'll go into the main workout. Taking 1 of the dumbbells, let's get the legs warmed up with these squats. Knees out, toes out, torso upright. Don't collapse under at the bottom. Take the other dumbbell. Let's go for those Romanian deadlifts. Feet should be parallel, straight, so there's no turnout for a deadlift, and a bit closer than your squat, so more like hip width rather than shoulder width apart. Onto the floor, got those wipers, it feels good for the back, just dropping down. Alternating sides and controlling the lowering. You might get a click or 2. That's absolutely fine. Oh. All right, great job. So I'm going to go to my heavier pair of dumbbells now. It's gonna be a 17.5 kilo pair, 38 pounds each. We're gonna be doing 4 exercises, 30 seconds on, 20 seconds off for 3 rounds. The first exercise has actually got 2 sides to it. We're doing a snatch on one side and then a snatch on the other side. You'll only need 1 dumbbell for the snatch. And then at half time, we'll change to 4 new exercises with the same format. So you're just gonna take 1 dumbbell and get yourself ready to go for that snatch. Driving through and up in 1 smooth movement. You can come down in 2 if you want. So down to the shoulder, down to the hips. We want to start off with your torso at about a 45-degree angle. This should be predominantly a power move, driving with the hips rather than pulling with the shoulder too much. All right, very brief transition over to the other side. Get that flat back start, hip drive, receiving the dumbbell at the top with a locked arm. If you're having to press through the top part of the movement, you're not generating enough power from the base. So we've got a goblet squat next. Got this brief rest interval. A little heavier now because we're using the heavier set of dumbbells if you've got a selection. Same technique points as the warm up. Dumbbell nice and close to your body. Upright squat. Heels stay on the floor. If you're struggling with flexibility and either you're over leaning forwards or maybe you're tempted to come onto your toes, try putting some little weight plates underneath your heels, or even a book if you're at home underneath your heels. This is great for the quads, this one. Okay, we're gonna come onto the floor now. Gonna hit the chest, bit of triceps with a decline bench press. We're gonna create the decline by staying up in the glute bridge position. So pop up your glute bridge, tuck the ribs away, and let's go. So you're gonna press slowly down until your elbows gently touch the floor. Try and squeeze the chest muscles together as you come up. You should be maintaining a slight pelvic tilt. So that means tailbone tucked under, ribs tucked down. Okay, now we're gonna do a Romanian deadlift into bent over row. So we're gonna Romanian deadlift down to the bottom. Whilst we're down there, we're gonna do a bent over row. We're gonna come back to the top and we're gonna repeat. So Romanian deadlift, row, and up, repeat. Romanian deadlift, row, back to the top, and repeat. Make sure you're rowing back towards your hips rather than up in a straight line. Getting the lats engaged. Let's fit one more in. Don't worry too much about the timer. All right, there's round 1 of 3 done in the first section. So we're gonna do 2 more rounds and then we'll be changing dumbbells and changing exercises. Heart rate's up a little bit. Let's get ready to go. So all the power coming out the first 30% of the movement, passing my shoulder with some speed. Short transition to the other side. Definitely gets the heart rate up, that one. Into the goblet squat next. Getting those quads working. Onto the mat, we've got that glute bridge with a decline bench press. So let's pop that glute bridge, ready to go. Onto your feet, you've got that Romanian deadlift into bent over row. Two down, one to go. Let's take a little bit of water on. Definitely a higher heart rate one, especially for a strength workout. That's all good. Keep you fit. Let's get ready for those snatches. We've got a mix of power moves like the snatch and strength moves like the bench press. Onto the other side. Good to get those out of the way. Let's go on to those goblet squats. Make sure those knees are turned out. We don't want the knees collapsing inside of the big toe. That's not healthy knee alignment. So we want them turned out. How wide your feet are is going to be dictated by what's comfortable for you. Everyone's got different shaped hip sockets, so don't let anyone tell you that what you're doing is wrong, unless it's obviously too extreme. All right, we've got decline, bridge and press. Probably my favorite one today. Maybe because I get to lie down. Let's pop that bridge, get ready to press. Let's minimize the rest time on the floor. As soon as you make contact, straight back into that next rep. Even feeling the glutes firing up with this one. All right, Romanian deadlift into a bent over row. And that's it. On to the next section. You're gonna move down to those 12 kilo, 28 pound each dumbbells. If you're enjoying training with me, but you fancy following more of a sets and reps plan, I've got a plan called the 12-week dumbbell ebook, which I'll link in the description of this video. It's a periodized training plan, really similar to how I train myself personally. Let's get ready to go with this next section. We're going to take one dumbbell. We're going to do a single arm strict press. Start with your weaker side. So we're just controlling this, pressing up. I like to turn my elbow slightly in as I come down. I find it more comfortable on the shoulder, but then when I press, I'm going to flatten my hand facing forwards towards you. We're making sure that we're not leaning sideways as we press. You need some core control for this, keeping even ribs and hips. All right, we've got a short transition to the other side. So this is a single arm strict press. So no help of the legs on this one. I'm not coming all the way down to the shoulder. I'm just coming until the handle is level with my ears. That's because I want to maintain time under tension throughout the set. That's really important when you're trying to build some muscle, is not to release tension. Some of the power moves will allow that, but that's a different kind of training stimulus. Great job. Who doesn't love a bicep curl? That's what we got coming up next. If you're finding the weights a bit heavy, you can alternate your curls. But if you're finding them okay, maybe you could go for the double ones with me. So we're going to twist at the top, squeeze, and then back down to neutral. Twist, squeeze, back down to neutral. If you're running out of reps, then you could always start with these doubles, and then you could finish the set with alternating. Make sure you're not swinging your hips into it. Okay, we're gonna lie on your back. We're gonna go up into a slight reaching crunch, and then you're gonna stay up in the reaching crunch so your head and shoulders are off the floor. I'm gonna do leg raises whilst maintaining this position. If it's too heavy on the arms, you could always just take one dumbbell and hold it around the sides. Make sure your legs, your lower back isn't arching off the mat when your legs come down. Maintain that tight core tension. Great job. I'm going to finish off with another power move. We've got what we call a dumbbell clean. So it's going to look a little bit like a bicep curl, but we're going to try and not use the biceps and use the hip drive and a swivel instead. So you're going to come down into that deadlift position, drive through, swivel under. And getting the elbows under and up. Resting one side of the dumbbell on my shoulder for a split second. Trying to keep the dumbbells traveling in a relatively straight line up rather than swinging out too far. Great job, there's one round done. We've got 2 more to go. So you're working out, you've got a good plan in place. You need to look after your nutrition if you want optimal results. I've got you covered for that as well with a nutrition plan ebook, the lean muscle plan, and the lean body plan, which are also in the description of this video. Let's get ready to go for round 2. The lean body plan is a nutrition program designed towards losing fat whilst maintaining your lean muscle tissue. And the lean muscle plan is either designed towards maintaining your weight while gradually gaining muscle, or even gaining weight with minimal fat gain. Let's take this to the other side. So remember, not going all the way to the shoulder, leaving a little gap to maintain that tension. I'm also only locking out for a second overhead, so I'm not even resting overhead for very long. Good job. Got those curls. Get the biceps pumping. Remember, if it's heavy for you, alternate. If it's not too bad, go for the doubles. Nice big twist at the top. Don't let the elbows flare out too much. Keep them tucked in. Onto the mat. We're going to come up into that reaching crunch position. You can take 1 or 2 dumbbells, and with those leg raises, your tailbone should come off the floor at the top and your back should not arch at the bottom. So I'm going to go down as far as I can without arching. I'm going to come up till my tailbone just lifts. You don't need to pop your hips up in the air. We're just rolling your lower back off the floor slightly and staying up in this reaching crunch position. So my abs are braced. That's why I'm having trouble talking. But it's good core tension. Oh, okay, we've got those cleans. Remember, this is more of a hip drive with a swivel under the dumbbell rather than it's not just a swinging bicep curl. So power move from the hips, swiveling under to receive the dumbbells at the shoulders. Great job. Okay, 1 round to go. Do not go anywhere. You've got to finish this workout with me. Go back to that shoulder press. This is actually day 5 of a 30-day lift series. Sorry, 30 workout lift series over 6 weeks. So if you're not sure, check out my playlists on my channel and you'll see that dumbbell lift series. Go back to day 1 and follow me for that. If you're already on the plan, good job. You've just completed week 1. I think you should be programmed a rest day tomorrow, and then we go again with week 2, brand new workouts. Like I said before, if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my channel, look at playlists, you'll find the series in there. Onto that final set of curls. I have to breathe and brace. Keep that core tight. Control the way down as well as the way up. Onto the mat. Got that reaching crunch isometric hold whilst we do the leg raises. All right, last exercise. Got those dumbbell cleans. If you've enjoyed this, consider looking at that ebook nutrition plan, that ebook dumbbell plan, or doing my free YouTube series. Workout complete. Thanks for joining me. Let me know in the comments below, how did you find that workout and where in the world are you following along from? I really do like to hear that. Check out day 6 of my 30-day lift series here. If you want some more info on that 12-week dumbbell plan ebook, I'll put a video here. Hit the thumbs up button, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you again soon for another workout.